even flamethrowers on the engineers. All that is stopping Mr. Stilet from destroying this base is the machine gun emplacements. It's kind of unfortunate that the one guy might have been in the cone of fire and thus taking a bit of suppression. But that is what happened, and now we did see a bit of an engineer squad go down there. More shots coming off, the engineers recognizing that their home is in dire need of help, coming in there with their SMGs to finish off the stormtroopers, just trying to chase them away. Even though the SMGs aren't brilliant in what so respect at taking out infantry, they do something. And as you guys can see, the stormtroopers have to go fight for another day. We do have double panzer shreks on both squads, and I guess that reason must have been just to try and save save manpower, because stormtroopers are very expensive. So in this early in the game, then it might be, I don't know, I suppose a better investment to go for your stormtroopers with double shreks. And so that's what we have. Now the M2M being very notorious, taking out two pioneer squads there, and taking out one stormtrooper there as well. So the stormtrooper is badly damaged, getting inside the headquarters before they can be taken out and crushed by the M10. Now the M10 was taken out there, field repairs was activated so it could last a bit longer, but no big worries for Mr. Chris at all, because he still has loads of munitions, quite a bit limited in terms of fuel. And that is why we're seeing him trying to go for the fuel points and capture that way at that. But he does have solid control of the right hand side, so he does instantly have a plus 16 and a plus 16 on this high fuel point, should I say. And he also has an observation posted, so he's gaining more from that as well. So I like seeing that. And now we have the M10 just going about, cruising, taking out a sniper. So then again, I think you guys might be seeing where my opinions come about. These M10s, as I keep on stating, a bit notorious about how they take out their infantry, taking out that sniper. So quite a big loss for Mr. Stilet, but nothing huge, to be honest, because even though he might be losing a sniper, as we can see, very heavily focused on the M10s at the moment, so no huge loss. We do have another field repair activated, so the M10 just very much focusing on trying to keep alive. And as you guys can see, its health just shooting right up there. So every second, 15 HP, that is a lot of HP to deal with. And 20 seconds as well is plenty of duration to get some HP out of that. And as you guys can see, this M10 is doing quite fine, but no, it will not do a good job against two Panzers, so it definitely needs to get out of there. And that is what it's doing. We do have another M10 coming out, so this is just M10 spam galore. Wow. So this is what I mean when I was telling you guys at the beginning. It's sort of like a circus show. There's a lot of unconventional things going about. We did have all these mines placed down in the base. We did have the MGs coming in. We had a bit of base destroying. And this is stuff that you don't usually see in a game. So this is why I'm maybe not taking it as seriously as maybe other games. But then again, this is what makes it fun. This is what separates it from other replays that are usually released. And so we have a bit of the M10s just cruising about the field, just trying to do a bit of damage. So if I were in Mr. Stilet's position at the moment, what I really try and do is keep my guys alive. I know he's having a bit of hard time keeping them alive from the M10s, but what he could definitely do is focus on taking away the fuel points, especially this observation posted one that has a plus 26 going on it. That is a lot of fuel. So if he could deprive both of them, then that would stop any future M10s from coming out, or at least delay them anyway. So that would be with the infantry. He also definitely needs to focus on the anti-tank, because now we have 3 M10s, and now this is going to be a lot to deal with. Now, especially with field repairs, you're really going to have to be focused on one tank destroyer at a time to take him out. Or else if you're focusing on a spread amount of M10s and they throw on field repair, they're all just going to get repaired before you can destroy any of them. So with Bully on the field at the moment, Mr. Chris just going about And just seeing what he can do. But 3 M10s is quite a menacing force. As you guys can see, the Panzers are really trying to keep away unless they have more support. And there we go, a bit of stormtroopers coming up as well. And the M10's just retreating a bit. Now we do have a bit of more capping coming on from the engineers. What I'm really lacking from STILET at the moment, I know he has quite a mixture of units, but he does not have enough capping going about. He should really be trying to cap with his stormtroopers and trying to take this side at least. He does have the support from the Panzers, so it's no worries. He could keep these stormtroopers separated, capture the points along here, and the Panzers would be there to back them up. And that's what I'd like to see, and that is maybe what he's going to do. And yeah, there we go. So just making sure that he can capture the points and deprive Mr. Chris from having any more fuel, because M10s, if you guys can see, this is when it's really becoming into a circus. 5 M10s on the field, you do not usually see this. This is definitely a force to be reckoned with, especially when you know that your opponent has field repairs. So 5 M10s are very cheap to produce, very good at penetration against tanks, and that is what Mr. STILET is going to have a hard time doing. We do have an activation from the for the field repairs from the M10s. One M10 coming down, being taken out, but funnily enough, one Panzer IV being taken out at the same time. Now this Panzer IV needs to be a bit more cautious. Get out of there, taking a lot of damage. The stormtroopers taking a lot of heavy casualties as well, and that's what I love seeing. They have to get out of there. The M10s are being so harassive. They immediately charge, not even keeping at a distance. They immediately charge right into the stormtroopers to make most advantage of their crushing abilities. So even though stormtroopers might have double Shreks, and there's 2 of them, seriously, when these M10s just run right into the middle of them, they're just going to crush all of them. And now we do have that Panzer IV going down, another second one. Huge losses for Chris at the STILET at the moment. Now, in the beginning of the game, you might have been thinking, "Oh wow, Chris must have been on the back foot." I mean, he was very limited in his starting build order. He had he went for a WSC start, so he was obviously very limited in what he could cap. So you're obviously thinking maybe he was on the back foot, but no, it looks like rushing for M10s is not a bad choice whatsoever. Now, I don't exactly know why the stormtroopers have veterancy on them, because it's very not needed. I mean, the veterancy is not going to affect whether they're crushed or not. They will be crushed despite. So I would actually like to see that veterancy be used more on tanks, possibly even going for T2 packs. They could do a lot more damage on the tanks, on the M10s, and probably a bit of mines as well. But then again, mines are quite an iffy thing at the moment when you realize that your opponent has field repairs. Now, Chris has actually gotten Pershing unlocked on his doctrine tree, so that means he will have full access to getting a Pershing, and he is saving up his manpower to do so. But whether he will do that, we will have to see. The replay is actually near closing. But then again, it seems like Chris has a lot of M10s on the field. The Wehrmacht STILET quite limited in what he can do at the moment. I'm sure we can sort of guess the outcome, but there are still a number of stormtroopers on the field. I believe maybe 2 or 3. If we switch on over to STILET and see, we do only have 2 stormtrooper squads. Could there be anything being produced from the Panzer Command? And no, there isn't. Why? Because there is obviously a limited amount of capping going on the field. And now, I think in the Wehrmacht's position, they really should have capitalized in the beginning on the fact that the Americans didn't have much in terms of capping power. They really should have tried to cap as much as possible and secure it down, maybe with some MGs, maybe something like that, rather than spending the manpower on the motorbikes and so many snipers. It's just sort of adapting. I guess it's an unusual strategy. Maybe if you're doing a 4ES start, then you'd respond accordingly with motorbikes and snipers. But when you're up against something you almost never take on as a standard opponent build order, then obviously it's going to throw you off. So maybe that's why all those M10s or all those motorcycles and snipers came out and pretty much didn't do as much of a good job that they should have done because there was no 4ES start. And here we go, 5 M10s on the field and a big Pershing. This is going to be too much to handle for Mr. STILET. The base going down. We have 2 MG bunkers already taken out. We do have a repair bunker on the field, but no tags to repair. What will it do? It does not repair buildings. These guys are out of a job. Very hard times for LuckySTILET at the moment. Where are his stormtroopers? They are not retreating. They are walking back to the base, obviously being a bit casual with what they can do. They obviously realize, okay, the game is probably lost. We'll try and do as much damage as possible. And here we go, the stormtroopers trying to go for it. But the M10s turning their noses around, going to be charging right in for the stormtroopers. They can't even get themselves positioned to shoot. This is so bad. We do have a Tiger coming out on the field, taking some shots, but these M10s have so much penetration, guys, especially the Pershing. This is going to do a lot of damage. Almost half health on the Tiger already. We did have another M10 going down, and that's 2 M10 losses, but still 3 M10s and a Pershing on the field. The Tiger almost out of health. The stormtroopers coming in. The M10s rushing right into the stormtroopers. What could it be? Yes, another M10 going down. Or no, that was not an M10. That was the Pershing. The Pershing went down and the Tiger went down. Whole bunch of stormtrooper casualties. The points did not even finish. It looks like LuckySTILET actually had to drop because he realized my HQ is just about destroyed. I can't do anything. This is the end of the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this very unusual playstyle. I thought it was quite entertaining to watch this game because you usually do not see something like this. Now then, guys, I hope you enjoyed the replay. I'll get back to these replays quite soon and promptly, but then again, I do have one final exam coming up on Friday, and after that I will be totally free for the rest of the summer, and we can expect a lot in terms of unique sort of videos coming out, not only replay casts, unique sort of videos, and also the tournament coming up. So keep an eye out on this channel, guys. I'm absolutely very excited to be bringing all this towards you. And also I'd also like to ask you guys if you want me to talk anything about pharmacy. I can explain anything to you guys. I can explain why people get fat, why some people are more genetically disposed to putting on fat, why cholesterol is bad for you in some respects, and anything else. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I've been learning this year, and it's quite interesting. If I could tell you this to all of you guys, if you're interested anyway. So anyway, this is Krebs Coho, and I will see you guys later. Have a nice day.